Heat maps in Microsoft Excel. You can display a heat map with or without numbers. I'll show you both methods. Also, this heat map is controlled by the capacity settings here. So for example, if my capacity was a little lower, it would change which cells get the red background, which show an overcapacity. I also have a separate setting for Saturdays. If I set that to 30, you can see it changes which cells get the red background only for the Saturday row. Now, I'll show you this method, but I'll also show you a slightly different method where you can specify exact ranges for your colors. Okay, let's see how this can be done. So with your first method, the first step is to select all the cells you want to apply the heat map to. Now initially we're only going to do that from Monday through to Friday because there's a different setting for Saturday. With the cells selected, you go to conditional formatting, color scales, and the two options we're going to look at are this first one here, and that would apply green background to the highest numbers and a red background to the lowest number, and this one here, which does the opposite. So we'll go for this one here. Now at the moment, what it's done is it's kind of worked out for itself where it's going to apply the green, yellow and red backgrounds. We want to base the color on this capacity that we've set here. So with the cells still selected, I go to conditional formatting, manage rules. There's my rule, make sure it's selected, go to edit rule. And here you can specify a maximum value. The maximum value is currently the maximum value in your data. We're going to set it to something slightly lower. So from this drop down, choose number, get rid of the 0 in that box and just select the cell where you have your capacity. Click on OK. And then if I click on OK, you can see it's changed which cells get the red background. If I change this here to 150, it would again change which cells get what format. Now I want to do something different for Saturday because it has a different capacity. So in order to do that, I'd need to just select the Saturday row, conditional formatting, color scales, choose the same color scale, then go to manage rules, select that rule, edit rule, and again, maximum value is going to be a number, delete the 0 and set the maximum number to your capacity for Saturday. So I can now change this to maybe 70, and it would change which cells get the red background. Now you don't have to stick with the colors that Excel's giving you. If I select Monday to Friday, manage rules, edit rule, you can change any of these colors. So if I wanted a different green, maybe a darker green, I could do that. Could also change the yellow to an orange. Click on OK, click on OK, and it changes which colors are applied in your heat map. Now you probably agree that's not quite as good, so I'll just undo that. Now how do I do the same thing but not show numbers? Well, I'll do this first from Monday to Friday. I apply my color scales in the same way. But then what I do, with the cells still selected, I can either right click, format cells, or Control 1 on the keyboard, then go to custom, and this is on the number tab in the format cells dialog box. And in the type box, just type 3 semicolons. And that will get rid of the numbers in the cells. The numbers are still there, if I look in the formula bar, but they don't display. So you could do the same for Saturday. Apply your conditional formatting. And then with the cells selected, Control 1 on your keyboard, go to custom, type in your 3 semicolons. Okay, so that's the first method for creating a heat map. Let's go on to the second method. So here you can see that we've got specific thresholds where we're applying each color. So if I bumped up this threshold to 75, it's going to change which cells get the green color. So you've got a lot more control in this example of which color is applied to which cell. Let's see how this can be done. Now I've set up my thresholds here, and the colours that will be applied for each threshold. And this has just been achieved by changing the background colour of each cell. There's nothing particularly technical about that, and these are just normal numbers in cells. So first of all, what I would do is I would select the cells that I want to apply the heat map to, go to conditional formatting, but this time you're going to go to highlight cells rules and then to more rules. Move this over here a little bit so we can see our thresholds. So what you would do is you'd say format only cells with a value greater than or equal to, and you always start with the smallest number in your threshold list. So I'm going to pick out 0 there. Then I'd go to format and I'd choose the colour that I want to apply. Now I'm going to say a green background and a white font. Click on OK, and it will apply that green background to every cell that you've selected, because all of these cells contain a value that is greater than 0. So then what you do is you go back to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, more rules, cell value greater than or equal to, and you start with your second smallest value. So that's the second threshold there, format, and you choose which colour you want to apply there. So that'll be yellow. Click on OK, click on OK. And now anything that's above 75 has the yellow background. Anything below 75 retains the green background. So then I've got to do it for this colour. So cells still selected, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, more rules, cell value greater than or equal to the value for our third smallest threshold. Choose the colour, and maybe I'll change the font on this one. And then you've got to do it for your last threshold. That'd be for your highest value there. Change the background colour and the font. Click on OK, click on OK, and you get your heat map. And as I said earlier on, you can change these thresholds to change which cells get which colour applied. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this particular video. Hopefully that's useful. If it is, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.